Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I am Starset7 with Starset7 Gaming. It is that time of the week again. Today is Friday, April 1st. Awesome. April the 1st on a Friday. Absolutely amazing. So before we get into it, I'm probably live right now. If you head over to twitch.tv/Starset7 Gaming, check out the channel, drop down below. You'll find some different links to some different social media. Come join us. If you guys have anything that you need done or have any questions or anything that you want to jump in on, anybody is welcome. Also, just like it says right down below my finger right here, hit that subscribe button. It is going to greatly help me out as well as the channel. And if you can, watch the video all the way to the end. It'll be greatly appreciated. All right, for Zer's location this week and what he has for wares, let's head into Destiny and check everything out. All right, this week you are going to head over to Nessus. Once you're at Nessus, you're going to head to the Watcher's Grave, just right up here. Once you have hit up Watcher's Grave, jump on your Sparrow and head straight across the map. You'll kind of see this big tree over here that doesn't have any leaves on it. Once you're over here, jump off your Sparrow and you'll kind of see the trunk that goes up right here. Jump on it and voila, you'll find Zer. Let's take a look at what he's got going this week. So every week, if you do have the exotic cipher, you can purchase an exotic engram, or if you have the legendary shards, it'll cost you 97 legendary shards. So the exotic weapon for this week that Zer is packing, he's got the tractor cannon. Now, I have never really used this thing myself, and the most I've ever really heard of it being used was on Riven. So I did purchase it just to have it in my repertoire of things to turn to if said occasion does turn about where people are like, hey, if you have a tractor cannon. So I'm going to pick it up, and I did pick it up. So if whatever you guys think. Next up for the Hunter for this week, we have the Oathkeeper Gauntlets. And sorry, just before we head off the tractor cannon, let's take a look at these perks. My bad. So the main perk on the tractor cannon is Repulsor Force. This weapon emits a powerful impulse that pushes enemies away, suppresses their abilities, and makes them more vulnerable to incoming damage. The first other perk we have is the composite stock. So this slightly increases stability and slightly increases handling speed. Next up, we have the scientific method. So damaging an opponent temporarily increases speed and handling, which actually isn't too bad. Like I said, I haven't really used this thing, so I am definitely going to check it out. Next up, we have Particle Repeater. So this is going to increase stability, and then you have Extended Barrel. So you're going to get increases range, decreases handling speed, and moderately controls recoil. So like I said, this thing still is a shotgun. I don't know how it's a shotgun. I mean, it's the most weirdest looking shotgun I've ever seen by far. But that is what you got. And the stats, well, like I said, it is a shotgun. So your reload isn't going to be the best, unfortunately. All right. Next up, like I said, for the Hunter, we have the Oathkeeper Exotic Gauntlets. Let's take a look at what do we have for the main perk on that. And Oathkeeper Gauntlets are actually ones I've never really used myself, being a Hunter main. So Adamantite Brace. Bow's charge can be held indefinitely. I actually do think I've used these, but it was back in D1, and holding that bow charge for an extra extended amount of time in PvP, to me, I thought was really useful. And kind of, if I was to use them, that's probably what it would be PvP. So looking at the other stats, I mean, if you don't have it, just pick it up so you get it into your loot pool. You know, like the total stat of the total of the it is 46 is horrible. Next up for the Titans, we have the Helm of Sate 14. Now, like I said, I have just started my other characters, so forgive me, but I'm still learning everything to do with a Titan as well as a Warlock. So the main perk on the Sate 14 helmet, or this exotic, is Starless Knight. Targets that enter Ward of Dawn are blinded, while allies that pass through gain a Void Overshield. Guarding with Sentinel Shields or Sentinel Shield blinds nearby targets. Actually, this is kind of a cool helmet, really. And like I said, if you haven't picked it up, I mean, it's not the best stats on it. So, you know, if you haven't got it, pick it up. Get it into your loot pool. It'll greatly help out in the future if you're able to get it to roll at a better, what the stats are. So I'm going to actually do the same thing. Here we go. And right on up for the Warlock this week, we have the Controverse Holds. Gauntlets. Let's take a look. We've got Chaotic Exchanger. Resist incoming damage while charging your Void Grenade. Okay. It doesn't specifically say which Void Grenade either, so that could be an Axion Bolt. I think that's a Void Grenade for Warlock. Charged Void Grenades return grenade energy on a hit. Like I said, everything else, the stats are, I'm going to just say it's duty. Really, you want this to roll, at 58, 60 something. So if you haven't got it, pick it up, throw it into your loot pool, and you're definitely going to get better rolls. This week for our legendary weapons, we have the Gnawing Hunger. And if you don't have the Gnawing Hunger, or you don't know much about it, once upon a time, this thing was the bane of a lot of people's existence in PvP. If you couldn't shoot, this thing could shoot for you. It was amazing. And then they nerfed the heck out of it. So this week, you can pick it up with Zen Moment and Rampage, which are two amazing perks for the Gnawing Hunger auto rifle. And it is 600 rounds per minute. So still, if you haven't used it or haven't tried it in PvP, it actually still does quite a bit of damage. Pick it up, throw it into your repertoire of arsenal. Next up, we have the Death Adder machine gun. Sway reduction and Eye of the Storm. Well, not the best. Next up, we have Extraordinary Rendition SMG. So this thing, firmly planted, one for all. Yeah, again, not the best. Wishbringer shotgun. We've got the slide shot and snapshot sights. Yeah, there really is a lot better shotguns or some perks that you can get for a shotgun. And we have the Aikilos shotgun with moving target and disruption break. Yeah, no, it's not the role that I would want. Temptation's hook, sword, burst guard, Vorpal. Yeah, it's not bad. For Temptation's hook, yeah, not the best rolls. Now the Swarm, the machine gun, dynamic sway reduction, as well as Dragonfly. That's actually not some bad rolls. This thing could be a little bit of fun in PvE. So I would, my pick for this week would be the Swarm, as well as the Gnawing Hunger. And This week's armor set, we have the Ancient Apocalypse set. Really, it's dookie. Whatever they're supposed to fix, they haven't. You know, a stat total of 48 is kind of dookie. Moving on, the Hawkmoon this week. Let's take a look here. We've got polymer grip and hipfire grip, alloy magazine, and small bore. Yeah, hipfire grip. Like, there's not too many people that do aim down sights, especially in PvP with hand cannons. So this actually isn't too bad of a roll for the Hawkmoon. And the DMT this week, the Dead Man's Tale, the one, the only, the Crucible Scout Rifle, composite stock. This weapon, composite stock, subsistence, armor piercing rounds. This isn't too bad. Subsistence isn't very. It's not too bad. I mean, if you get a roll or a different roll on the Dead Man's Tale, you know, there could be uses for almost anything with the DMT. So that's what we got for Xur this week. Let's just head back over to the camera screen here for a minute. All right, everybody, thank you for coming and checking out the video this week. Sorry for the lack of streaming this week. Unfortunately, I've been working super hard on the new stream room downstairs, finishing the basement off, and it is looking like a beauty. Drywall is up. We have some drop-down ceiling that we're going to put in. Once we get electrical all wired in, it is going to look amazing. I am super stoked. We've got the large fish tank down there. But yes, thank you all for coming. If you do want to check us out, stop by twitch.tv/Starset7 Gaming. Drop down below in the video. You guys will also be able to check out the link to my Twitch page, as well as a bunch of other different things. So thank you very much. Don't forget, hit that like button. Going to greatly help us out. Until next week, everybody be safe out there and take care.